Malafia, Grand Rising, my kings and queens. Top of the morning to you. I am on my way to So Others Might Eat, a part of my goal to vibrate at a higher frequency of love. I decide to dedicate some time, well, didn't really decide, but I was told by the repeating number pattern 9 and karma, as the picture I showed y'all that I just so happened off the humble, dropping my daughter off to school, and the tag is like, karma 99, remember Lisa, it's time for you to serve others. So I chose the organization SOME, acronym So Others Might Eat, because my uncle that I told you guys about the one who passed away and how he passed away, how the nurse killed him, prior to his death, probably I would say about 10 years before he passed away, he was homeless. He was homeless on the streets of DC for about 10 years, or maybe even more. Probably it was about almost 20 years, I believe. But SOME was one of the places that he went to eat. They serve 2 meals a day, and he actually lived with me back in 2003. That's when I discovered that he was still homeless, and I just seen 9918. I'm a somehow get away where I can attach the camera where y'all can see these numbers that I'm seeing and these repeating number patterns, so y'all can see, like, yeah, Lisa is like seeing these synchronicities all over the place. But back to my uncle, he lived with me back in 2003. He used to live in his van, and that's one thing I can say he was very smart at. He didn't sleep on benches or on the ground or anything like that. He would hustle, cutting grass. Okay, he had a couple of yards he would cut, and he eventually turned around and got himself a van where he decked that joint out. I mean, like, he had the bed, he had a TV going, he had just everything he needed. He had his little bucket, you know what I mean, little tissue, little toiletries. I mean, he had that thing decked out. And but it was winter time when he came to visit me one time, and I said, "Oh, you ain't gotta sleep in the van." I said, "Why don't you come and stay with me?" And he did. He was obliged, and he stayed with me through the winter. But once the weather broke, he was back out there on the streets in his van. And that's the way he liked to live his life at that time, until he got his housing voucher and was able to get his housing. And then he had his housing for, I think he had his housing for about 10 years before he passed away. But that's why I chose SOME, because when I was getting these synchronicities of the 9s and the tag with the karma 99 and number 9 is saying that I need to be of service to others, and I thought about the panhandlers and are giving them money, but it was much more. And I told you during that meditation I had, where karma came about, I also visualized myself serving at a soup kitchen. So strange things always happens to me. So my first time going to SOME was Friday, and I had been planning to go, but I was asking the spirit. I was like, okay, when should I go? What day of the week should I go? How often should I go? And I had just dropped my husband off to work on Friday, and as I'm driving, I see out of nowhere, just like my vision just was like a big 4 and a big 7 in the sky. 47. I'm like, okay, I know I just saw 47, and there's no 47 nowhere on it, because I'm usually seeing numbers on tags and on buildings. No 47s on tags, but my mind took me to a place where I saw 47. That's all I saw in front of me was number 47. So I immediately went to my girl Joanne Sacred, and I looked up the number, Joanne Sacred Scribes, and I looked up the number 47. And there it says, again, for me to be of service to others. So I said, okay, my spirit is telling me that I need to go ahead on to some today, right now. And I did. I went on to some, and told you how my uncle lived in a van. And as I pull up to some and was pulling to a parking space, there was a van that looked just like my uncle's van. Just like his van. Just like, I mean, everything. The windows, the tire in the back, the ladder, everything. I was like, whoa, uncle's here. My uncle's here, y'all. So I went in, and I asked the lady, how can I become a volunteer? And she said, well, we have plenty of time. You know, you can volunteer today. You can help with serving them food today. And she said, but your shoes, you got to have, because I had some sandals on, you know, trying to be all cute with my little toes out and everything. She's like, well, but your shoes, though, you can't have open-toe shoes. And she said, well, why don't you go home? Because I told her I live right down the street. She said, well, why don't you go home and why don't you come back? Because you still have time. We don't start serving until 10:15. So I said, okay, cool. I ran home. But on my way home, so I'm driving down Old Street because the sum is at 71 Old Street Northwest. I'm driving down Old Street, and I bend the corner, and I'm right there on North Capitol. And as I bend the corner, the car in front of me, y'all, the tags, I almost fell out. I was like, Lord have mercy. Now I know my uncle is around me, and I'm going to post the tags, and I'm going to post the van so y'all can see. So my cousins can see. Greg, Wayne, Stephanie, Melanie, y'all remember that car, that van Uncle Greg used to drive, and when he was homeless. Jermaine, you remember it too. I'm gonna show y'all these pictures so y'all can see, you know, that I ain't altogether crazy. Just a little off, but not altogether crazy. Okay, but so I went on home and came back, and the lady said, okay, so I had a short little orientation with other people there for the orientation. The lady said, okay, there's a few positions in the kitchen. You can either, it depends on whether you're introvert or extrovert, whether you want to be to yourself or be able to talk to the people, to the people the patrons that come in. She said, you can serve coffee, or you can wash dishes, or you can help serve the food, plate the food, or you can do the trash. And in my mind, I'm like, I want to talk to my peoples. I want to be the one to say something uplifting to them. I just sometimes it's good to hear positive words from people, especially when you're in a predicament that these people are in. So I was hoping to, I didn't think about, I was hoping to be around children and women and children, but I forgot it was Friday and the children was in school. So I had the opportunity to serve the coffee. So, our homeless population in D.C., you don't see that many, but there is a lot of homeless people in D.C., my peoples. And they are every walk of life. I mean, there was a Chinese lady there who, a lot of people have mental illnesses, and she was talking to her in her language and talking to herself in her language, So I just, I smiled at her, and I gave her like a namaste, you know what I mean? And then there were two Ethiopian, there was actually 3 Ethiopian guys, 2 of which came in together. One was like really young, and the other one was kind of like my age, and there was a third one that was a little older, and there were some white people, a little bit of white people. One, another Korean woman came in and just started playing the piano like she was just straight out at a the opera or symphony or something. Like, she just came in, just on that piano. I mean, she was like masterminding that piano. And it's like, another lady, there's a lot of our people were there. So the brothers, I'm like, yes, king. Keep your head up, king. Hey, my queen, you like some coffee, my queen? Hey, my king, you like some coffee? You want some sugar with that, my king? Because I wanted people to know that just because they're in the predicament that they're in, that I'm not going to look at them no less. I'm still going to look at them as who they originally are kings and queens out here. Kings and queens out here. And I wanted to give them that, to display that. So I helped serve the coffee, and I helped clean up, and we had like 3 sets, I think, came in. The first set came in like maybe 150 people, so it was like 3 sets of 100 people. And it dwindled down as time went on, and it really was exhilarating for me. It really was a wonderful experience for me. I left there feeling light. I left there feeling like I was floating. Not in a way that I have bragging rights. Say, yeah, I'm gonna spend my day down, I'm sitting home. Nah, ain't none of that. It's like, thank you, Grand Creator, for allowing me to have the opportunity to service those who are less fortunate. Thank you, Grand Creator. Thank you so much for putting me in that predicament that I can be of service to someone else. And so my goal is, I have time on my hands, on this journey that the Grand Creator is allowing me to partake in. So my goal is to continue to go there once or twice a week and help serve the needs of the homeless population in DC. And I encourage you guys, my brothers and sisters, my kings and queens, any time that you have, anytime, it could be an hour of your day or hour of a day or a day of the month or a day of the week, give back to the community in some kind of way. The first way is stop giving your clothes to these thrift stores. For real, for real. There are a lot of homeless shelters that can use clothes and toiletries. Look in your kitchen and see what you just had sitting in the cabinet forever and have not, and it's still good, and you have not eaten or prepared. Take it to the local food pantry, because our people are out here on the streets and they are in need of food. These shelters only feed them twice a day, early in the morning and early in the afternoon. When I say early in the afternoon, like it's right now 9:29 a.m. I'm going in to check in for the lunch. The lunch starts at 10:15. Some people are just getting up now. Ooh, I just passed it. Some people are just getting up now to go eat breakfast that are in their homes, but the homeless population only have 2 times to eat. Another thing that is good to do when it come around for these holidays, for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, instead of sitting there gorging yourself on hoarding all this food and having all this food just sitting around, turkeys sitting around, and you sitting there getting fat. Eat a nice little ample supply of the food that's prepared, and take the rest down to 14th and K, to them parks down there where the homeless people are sitting on the benches. We did that one year because I needed my son to appreciate life one time. Not to say he was suicidal or anything like that, but this little youngin was so lazy about everything. And I used to tell him, you think you so cool, but you look like a damn fool. thinking you so cool. Thinking that you ain't got to do your schoolwork. Thinking you ain't got to do your homework. Thinking you ain't got to do your chores. So you just walk around here thinking you just so cool. So I said, I'm going to take you down here to the homeless, to where the homeless people be at. So you can see how they living. And he says, oh, I'm going to sing, Ma. I can sing. Well, he can sing. I give it to him. But I told him, I said, singing is not going to always put food on the table. And I told him, I said, I can take you down to 14th and K where I can say, hey, brother, don't you sing? And he'll bust out and start singing like Luther Vandross. But look where he's at. So every Thanksgiving, I take him down there and I get him to help me give whatever food we don't eat. I take him to give food. To give food to the less unfortunate. The ones that are on the bench. And, you know. So I'm pulling up, y'all. I'm about to show y'all this van, right? And I hope I get a good view of it. And Greg, you already know. I'm going to grab the phone so y'all can see. I'm about to pull up to it. And I'm about to show y'all. Uncle Greg is here. My uncle is here, y'all. I'm about to show y'all this van. And Greg, I want you to tell me that this ain't the van. Wait a minute. I'm coming up on it. Look. I told y'all he here, y'all. My uncle is here. Look at that. I can't see it right there. I gotta turn around. But he is why I came here. I came here to be close to him and to also fulfill what my angels are asking me to do. And, you know, I can park right here. And being of service to someone other than myself. Okay? Because it's needed out here in this world, y'all, of craziness. These people are passed by every day and looked down upon. I want to get a better pocket space. No. And like I said before, like my cousin told me, you know, this could be you. Or this could be one of your kids. Or your brothers. Or your sister. Or even an uncle. So we need to definitely get off of our high horse and then give back. Oh, this is the parking. I'm going to park inside there. And they're giving out food. So I think I've came at an opportune time for me to help out my brothers and sisters that are less fortunate than I. Well, my peoples, enjoy your day. And remember to make it a goal. Thank you. To vibrate at the highest frequency of love by doing unto others as you will want done to you. Park this joint real quick. All right. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Ashe!